Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm poor again. Welcome back to Crypto's Juiciest News, baby dolls. The cryptocurrency industry has finally done it. We've made it all the way to the Oval House, the Oval Office, the House of White, the President's Arena. We're finally there. This is the altcoin state right now, though. I mean, like, check this out. Red. This is altcoins for the past 90 days. Everything has been obliterated. At the very, very bottom, actually, is Dog with Hat. And then near it is Bonk. And this is Pepe's, Floki. By the way, these are just like the top 100 to 200 coins. So everything's been obliterated hard. Oh my God. I mean, like, Ethereum's down 42%, man. That's wild. Maker's beating Ethereum. So, what a nightmare. He's soy 39%. So that's pretty much the state. That's what we didn't need to see that. That's what we know. That's exactly what's being represented right now. Now, we go through all the juicy White House stuff out here. Is probably what you want to see. Bitcoin's monthly chart, though, is still green. As long as it stays green, friendship continues. All right. Now, when we're looking at everything else, friends, all the charts and everything, I mean, the news has been taken over, of course, because, you know, everyone has expectations about what Donald Trump's going to say or what they're going to do. And you never really get the crowd, friends, because everyone's just a dopamine junkie, especially the short-term Jeep traders. They're really looking for, like, hey, can you announce that you're going to infinitely buy the tokens with like infinite amount of money, and you're going to put capital punishment if people don't actually buy? Can you just do that for me so you can get long? And obviously your expectations are never fully, completely met in that arena. Though, it's a bit nice. Look at Others BTC, friends. Others BTC. Look at that. It's actually the green candle. It's like it's coiling up. It's coiling up. Now, why is that important? Remember, it's funny how the trap's laid, man. Bitcoin, this is the funny part. Okay, so friends, Bitcoin dominance has gone up only. It's done a freak accident, okay? It's gone up only as a freak accident, okay? You have Crypto, and Cope and everyone else saying like 66% Bitcoin dominance plus now. They're like, oh, Bitcoin forever, Bitcoin only. So right now, the US government has literally given you this news announcement, and it said, we're going to actually buy Bitcoin, pretty much. We're going to look for ways to buy Bitcoin. I'm going to show you, Donald Trump actually said that. We're going to look for different ways to add to the strategic reserve. And it's sitting up here. So if there is Ethereum going up, so this thing rotates down, okay, it's going to be your first warning shot to be like, wait, you just had all the wet dream announcements. Why are altcoins going up more than the strategic reserve thing that the government's buying? And then I'll tell you why, friends. I'll tell you why. I'll just tell you. I'll show you right now. It is from the tech adoption curve. You see, you have now got the government, the skeptic, to buy. You're at the end. You're at the end. Your growth rate is crushed. Now, of course, it's going to go up because it's better than the stock market. Yada yada. You get it. But that's why, man. The government's skeptic of this. By the way, is there a further skeptic? Yeah, of course, it's the US Fed at the very end. But like, look at the territory you're in. Would you say the government's a visionary or close to a skeptic? No. You see? Now, obviously, there's going to be more governments coming in, but you see where it's coming down to, right? Altcoins are still in the Fugazi land. We're still like early compared to that. And by the way, obviously, gold is like extremely on the skeptical side. Governments own gold. The Federal Reserve owns gold. They have gold, right? But it's not really the Fed, but you know, it's the same people. But that's why you only get 8% growth per year in gold. 8%. You just match money supply. So that's why you could check out how much gold, what the real inflation of the world is by just checking out the gold growth rate, the price growth rate over time. It's around 8%, 7-8%. That's why when they tell you the Kippy is 3%, no, it's not. No, it's not. Gold has not changed its purchasing power for 3,000 years, friends. We still have records from ancient Egypt. Workers were getting paid certain ounces of gold, grams of gold. We still have a Roman sentinel, whatever it is, the Roman commando is paid as much as a US Navy commando now, the exact same as much. I forgot what it is, like maybe 1 ounce of gold a week or something, or maybe 1 or 2 ounces of gold a week. Yeah, that's how much they get paid back then. Literally, Romans, 2,000 years, 3,000 years is the exact same purchasing power, which is wild. And also, there's a famous one about how much a well-made suit costs. It's like 1 gram, 1 ounce of gold. It'll get you a well-made suit. Yeah, and that's been that way for like 100 years, 1,000 years. It's been like that. That's how much it used to cost for you to get the Roman, the toga, I think it's what it's called. Yeah, that's something that like they get it like woven and fit to you and stuff out here. Yeah, it's the same thing as this Italian suit, and that's been that same way. So that's how we can figure this stuff out. Now let's crack on to some of the news. So we saw that others BTC starting to curl up. That's actually what I want to see, right? Once again, just stress it out to you. This is important, friends. Everyone looks at these daily Elliott waves up and down. We don't care about that, dude. Just you've given us Bitcoin strategic reserve here, and then if altcoins start going up, that's going to be wild. Now, a lot of people have been asking about the final shakeout. Is this the final shakeout? I don't know, man. The only thing we're shaking are French fries in the kitchen. Now, Orange Man has said no selling allowed. It's actually true. He actually did say that, friends. Orange Man, Mr. Orange Man, Donald Trump has said literally no selling allowed.
We'll also explore new pathways to accumulate additional Bitcoin holdings for the reserve, provided it's done at no cost to the taxpayers. We don't want any cost to the taxpayers. In addition, my order directs federal agencies to conduct an inventory of all crypto assets currently held by the U.S. government and determine how they can be transferred easily to the Treasury. Non-Bitcoin digital.
So he's hinted there as well. They're going to look for other ways to buy Bitcoin. Okay, so Orange Man has said basically no selling allowed, not going to sell the Bitcoin. He says U.S. government, it's going to explore those new pathways to increase the Bitcoin reserve. So remember, it's got to be net neutral for budget neutral. But there's many ways they can do it, man. Like, if they can give money to the Rocca Negra buys it, just gives it to their wallet. There you go, Rocca Negra buys for you. And they find out how to pay Rocca Negra somewhere. They could swap gold. They can do other stuff. Someone's also exploring, you can pay taxes in crypto. That's another way to do it for the government to accumulate. So if the government wants to accumulate, you know, in whatever, they'll just like, okay, you're allowed to pay your taxes in XRP or something. And so people can, and Corridanzo, if they want to accumulate that. So you hand it in. That's actually cool if they're able to do that. And that's more wet dream stuff for people's fantasies. Now, the Nasdaq, friends, remember the Nasdaq exchange, they have capitulated into crypto lifestyle by offering 24-hour trading on their exchange. So they're going to do 24-hour trading. Because that's why crypto, man. See, friends, we're the culture setters. When I first came into markets, I remember, friends, a lot of the oldies, it was very easy to make money back then. Very easy. There weren't any bots and algorithm. Okay, the spreads were wide. It was very easy. So anybody who trades today, if you go back there, you become a millionaire. If you were to teleport 20 years ago, it was very slow. It was very very easy to make money. Now it wasn't easy for them back then, but the level cap was so much lower because there's all these spreads and there's like all these institutions come in. They buy something up heaps and they pay it on the way down because there's just a lot of money sloshing around back then. Now there's all these algorithms and stuff that makes everything tighter. So it'd be like, for example, it's like if Bitcoin was around 20 years ago. Let's say the price was like $10. One exchange is trading at $10.50. Another exchange is trading at like $9.50, you know, and there's just someone like sells their Bitcoin on the $9.50 one and it goes down to $8 and you just buy it because the other one's 11. It's that simple. It's that simple. Back then. But Nasdaq, friends, I remember coming in, I was always like dreaming that they'd do 24/7 because the Australian session, the Asia session, that was getting tougher and tougher over time, and there was less money to be made, and because the volatility was getting crushed because the bond rates were crushed, were too low. So then I had to move to the US session, and that was the graveyard session. But that's where all the money was made. That's why America's still cracking on. And then now they're finally, after all these, imagine you're sitting there waiting for them to finally do 24/7 trading. You know, like it's going to be forever, man. Like it's now 2025, man. This needed to be done like 15 years ago. But even then, it's not a real dream anyway. So who cares if the Nasdaq's open? The liquidity is very thin because the stocks aren't open. Yeah, it's only the futures. Remember, the stocks only open in their cash session. The US cash session. So that's when all the bots and algorithms, they come in, they market make with stuff, everything across the board. But when they're not open for that time, it's just futures. It's kind of like, it's much more thin. But I'm sure as the Nasdaq opens, when they have like the 24/7 Nasdaq, so that's what all the weekend traders, if Bitcoin's moving a lot, you'd have to watch the Nasdaq over the weekend to see what it's doing on the Saturday and Sunday in those hours. Obviously at the start, it'd be very spotty, not moving and stuff at all. But then eventually, probably people are going to find some sort of method where it hedges itself with Bitcoin and stuff out here. So we're becoming more globalized. So Bitcoin, that's my friends, as your market cap gets bigger, you become more correlated to everything else. Yeah, you don't become your own thing. You become more correlated as you get to see. That's why I won't be surprised in our bear market if stocks going down with us. You know. In other news as well, so China and Middle East countries are considering a Bitcoin buying strategy, or most likely already started. So this is just like those MSNBC people talking about it. I'm sure they already have, or they're ready to go. And that's why when I think about a white swan at the end of the year, that's something I potentially think about, where China announces, you know what, we're actually getting Bitcoin just to do something, just to make the US government go, you know what, we have to be number one. We have to be number one. We can't let them beat us at it. Also, I saw, friends, as well, China dumped a poop load of US treasuries. They dumped like 100, they dumped 25% of the entire stack. US treasuries. Maybe it's a trade war thing and they're scaring people around. So we'll see how that plays out. Macro jobs came out as well, friends. Macro jobs, so non-farm payrolls came out in line. You know, unemployment 4.1%. There was no like super hot wages in the monthly increase. So everything's pretty much stable in that department when it comes to the jobs. President Pump says India have agreed to cut the tariffs down. So it's kind of funny just everyone showing their thing out here. So yeah, what I do now, I'm just curious, friends. I remember Richard Hart's announcement beating the SEC had 1,300 plus poop emojis in Watcher Guru. You know, just the news, one of the news things. 1,300 poop emojis. And then I watch all the subhuman filth scum in that channel. I watch now what they like and what they dislike. I look at the ratios out here. So government staff and a lot of these other things, yeah, they'll suck them off up there. And I'm thinking it's interesting, dude. I go like, Richard Hart just beat the SEC. There's 250,000 people. And that's right. The crowd is destined to lose. The crowd drinks soy. The crowd have hunchbacks. The crowd, they want to take their 7th and 8th jab. The crowd really thinks it did come from a bat. You know, a bat had sex with a monkey, which did a backflip, flew inside a bowl of room temperature water, and then the world got a flu. You know what I mean? That's what the crowd believes. It's all natural, right? That's because the crowd's retarded here. The crowd has absolutely no idea what's going on. So they will sell lows, they will buy tops. That's the most important part. So it's interesting, right? So sometimes I just pick this stuff out. I just remember this. Like, oh, wow, 1,350 plus poop emojis that they've never ever done. That was Richard Hart received the most poop emojis I think Richard Watcher Guru's ever done. And I'll just quickly show you. So it's inside the Telegram, for example. See how you can react to everything? Look at these. All of them are like 90 poop emojis, 80 poop. Richard Hart's one, man, was like a whopping 1,500. It was huge. Actually, my mistake, 1,600. I have the picture right here. Look at this, 1,600 poop emojis. See? So this is it's wonderful, man. It's wonderful. Like you get to see this in real time. So it's wild, man. This is, see how I don't know what word do you want to call people, like soy boy, pencil neck, noodle arm, room temperature water drinking, cockroach gut, bug eating, and bug worshipping world reset scum. That's how these people are. The world, God, the simulation, unicorns, fairy dust, it doesn't matter what you believe in. It's thrown you an underarm Pokeball to catch. And you've said, ha ha ha, I don't need to catch it. I'm going to fold my arms and turn around. That's how I know what word to use, man. That like, it literally, you all hate one thing. You can see the information. There's 250,000 plus people. Survived minus 99%. 72 streamers, 170 plus content creators, right? 2 conferences per year, over and over and over again. We got badges out, verified, all these amazing things in the community. No tier 1 exchange listing yet, which means you're early, which is the whole point of being in crypto, by the way. You're being early, right? And then what do people say? Poop emoji, let me go move on. Wow. It's just, you know, so like, I welcome them buying the top. They will buy the top. Okay, they will buy the top because they don't believe in anything. Okay, they're still holding AI agents because they heard it from one of the 15 mainstream KOLs talking to them about how they're definitely not chat spam bots. No, they're AI agents, not chat spam bots. Definitely not chat spam bots. Oh, you're down 94%. Oopsies. Oh, I don't like the dev for this one. Anyway, let's go move on to the next. Let's go move on to the next narratives. Forget AI agents. Now we're on American tax-based crypto. See, friends, it's like people are destined to lose. I've got to play some angel music because it's got to be smoothed over a bit, okay? But we're not taking any prisoners, all right? We're taking no prisoners. It's crime season. Yeah? Bears will be destroyed. Orange Band administration, friends. He will rescind and amend all previous IRS crypto guidance. I love that, man. He comes in, he's like, I don't want anything from the last administration. You're all retardio, get it out. We're just going to rewrite it. Good. I like that. That's really good. I want other governments to think about that as well. That's wonderful. That's bullish for all of us. Orange Man also says America will never sell Bitcoin. US regulators says banks can engage in crypto activities, potentially opening the door up to DeFi 3.0 seasons. Obviously, that's the thing, friends. So if banks can engage in crypto activities, yes. So what are they going to offer at the start? Maybe it's just a basic thing where they're like, okay, the bank lets you trade in and out of Bitcoin or Ethereum, or lets you stake. That's one thing. Or lets you earn yield, but then that competes with their savings deposit. That's another thing. So the bank lets you like get USDC yield. It's inferior, man. The USDC yield is just getting the yield from a bank. That's like a Ouroboros. So what are they going to do? I don't know what they're going to do. They'll figure something out to rort everybody. But that's good for us. Okay, it's more adoption as a whole. And yeah, retailers are going to pay the most expensive prices for crypto and the biggest fees because they're too lazy. They're too lazy to go, get a wallet and get into crypto the real way. But as well, I don't blame them because they've been listening to us yell for like 4.5 years and then like everything's still dog shit. Yeah. Here's the thing, friends. You're like, oh, but Bitcoin's up. Yeah, but dude, the last time they remember Bitcoin, it was $60,000 in 2021. Okay, so the fact that it's still 90, you're like, bro, 50% in 5 years. That's the thing in their mind. They're like, 50% in 4 or 5 years. I'm here for a 2x in a month. What are you talking? 50% in 4 or 5 years. And you're like, no. But then you'd say, no, but it went down to $15,000. I go, we didn't care. It was gone to zero then. And you say, no, but that's the whole point. You have to buy low. And they go, no, interest rates are high. The interest rates were high. Someone scammed it. You didn't tell me that. And I go, yes, we did tell you that. We told you to buy low. They go, blah, blah, can't hear you. So it's almost like most people, friends, they only remember euphoria to euphoria. The prices, okay? So I'll show it to you now. They only remember, they're like, oh, cool, you're, see all of this part, friends, this is all junk to them. They're like, we don't care, because it can always go to zero here. It can always go to zero. But what they remember, oh, cool, you hit $100,000. I remember you at $60,000. How? Because that's when it gets their attention. Oh, cool, I want to buy a $60,000 coin, not a $15,000 coin. Wow, and it's $100,000. So this is actually what they're looking at, that line. They're like, okay, sweet, here's 60,000, now you're around 86,000 right now. That's it. So the biggest, most explosive moves, we all know where they come from. Ultimate altcoins. Now, just to let you know as well, friends, Vitalik actually rocked up. Vitalik rocked up to the White House. And yes, people said that he actually did go up there. I don't know if this is a trial base. They said this is his OG outfit. So I think he's like bringing them back to the grassroots out here. Lord Vitalik, which does confirm aliens have landed at the White House in the Oval Office. We have one in there right now. And as well, the strategic Bitcoin reserve, it's monumental. I think everyone needs to take a step back and go, dude, they were calling us illegal drug criminals for like 10 years. And then we got a bunch of dudes invited into there to represent crypto. Like it's the biggest colossal victory of all time. Now, this is the hilarious part, friends. So this is a picture of the summit that was happening. Now, this is the funniest part. In the summit, friends, basically nothing happened. But Trump, his most notable point was, this is funny. He said, I want to bring FIFA World Cup to the USA. So that was during the crypto summit. I want to bring back FIFA. That's the only thing he remembers or anyone remembers. They're talking about FIFA soccer. So what does this mean? This means he considers crypto like a digital World of Warcraft video game sports thing. which is true. Think about it. Like, he's in the crypto, the internet, the Game Boy, video game, Elden Ring, Grand Theft Auto, soccer, FIFA. That's what he sees in that same category. He's just like, literally, that's what we look like. Like he goes over for Christmas somewhere, and his grandkids, they're like playing the Nintendo DS on the couch, waiting for the food to be ready. That's what he. that's what crypto is to him. Yeah, that internet thing over there. Yeah, you're not even like a real thing, because that's boomer. That's boomers. Okay, if it's not bricks and mortar, it doesn't exist to them. It doesn't. They grew up in that world. Like if it was up to them, the iPhone would have 19 buttons, so they could actually physically push a button. You know what I mean? So it's gold. It's gold to me. It's a very, very entertaining outcome, and it makes sense. It makes sense. So crypto's just a game to them, and that's why it's easier for us to pump, by the way, because think about it. So Trump, he sees it as a game. That mind effect, okay, that perspective, it permeates through the rest of America and the world, and it's reflective of it too. It reflects that everybody else sees it as a game too. So why is that bullish? It's because if everyone sees it like a game, no one knows how to value this thing, which means they're just going to keep emotionally buying. Yeah. They don't know why these things go up, network effects. Okay, but then they don't even know, and we don't even know what keeps people in. All I have is a framework, memes, cults, religions. Yeah, but what about the cult? We haven't tested for this. Can we scientifically test, different levels of a coin founder and their cultiness? Can we actually make a scientific test to check that? And then does that make the coins go up more or not? No, because the industry is moving so fast. You see, so it's impossible. It's irrational to even try to make a test because it just moves so fast. Whereas you can test for, you have a lot of scientific math tests for stocks, okay, or the stats. You can get very scientific with them. You can do the stats. You can look at the PE ratios. They can collect data on how old does the CEO have to be? Does it have any impact on here? The profitability. They can grab like all these data. You can't grab anything like that in crypto. It moves too freaking fast. No one has any idea. No one's even bothered because the growth rate's so big. You don't need to do that. Yeah, and by the way, and most of the conclusions will be wrong anyway. Like you think you got your cute model. Okay, Doge comes in, does 250x 4 years ago. Pepe comes in, frog coin, the 14th frog coin, by the way, the 14th one. You see, so that's why it throws everything into a spin. Now, because you're a baby doll friends, before we get into this macro stuff out here, I want to show you just the charts and when we're going. If you participated in StationX, you are potentially eligible for an airdrop. So StationX, friends, remember, it's crowdfunding, ICO stuff. We're trying everywhere, man. It's just like, everything's dog shit. I just showed you the altcoins, bro. Like, everything. Bang, 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 bang. Everything, and then don't get psyops. The one thing that's going up, no, it went up. It's probably going down now. They're just in the process of downtrending. They're just in denial. That's just what it comes down to. They're the one thing as well. And then there's always like a cabal that comes on Twitter that's like just trying to shield people's stuff. And it's always the thing that's gone up heaps. And then it is what it is. But so that's what makes it tough. But it's ICO platform, crowdfunding. We're trying, man. We're trying. There's just so many. What do we do, man? There's too many sectors, too many this, too many that. When are you gonna get the coins? Like we don't even know. Like, bro, it's March 2025. My gosh, we need like a really extended cycle for you to bet on that. Like that's also something to think about. That's just increases the difficulty of the game out here. But you're eligible to get an airdrop if you participated. There is they're giving away 1% of their token supply to the community. So that's why if you claim it, I think there's only like 5 days left or 3 days left. You go there. Now, I think there is a KYC. So if you don't want to do it, whatever. I'm just letting you guys know. You'd go there. You'd go to switch to Coinbase network, and then you can mint it for free because it costs zero. Coinbase. Yeah, if you don't have, you need some ETH on Coinbase, so you can use one of those. Maybe even use ThorSwap. Use something and just put like $10 of ETH or something into there if you want. Or if maybe find a friend or whatever who could just send you ETH on Coinbase, because you just need like $2 worth or something, or $5 worth, I think. But yeah, all these things, like there's no token price or anything for them yet, because we need, man, like that's why ETH is 2,100. My gosh, dude, like that's why I promise you, I don't even care. I don't look at anything as long as ETH is under 5,000. It means nothing to me. it's an abomination price. It's literally abomination. It's like, friends, imagine there was a house party. Yeah, there was a house party, and like, let's say you're a clean freak. Yeah, let's say you're a clean freak. You're OCD. You want to keep everything out, and the kids have had the party, and then like you've just opened the door, and you can see in the lounge room, there's 4 naked dudes. Okay, there's vomit everywhere. The naked dudes, like, they're oily, they're hairy, they're in the lounge room. You know, there's like beer bottles everywhere. There's bongs and other drug paraphernalia around. You know what I mean? Like, there's a giant Mario suit and a giant Luigi suit. So shout out to Joshy Boo as well. I've got to get the Luigi suit, of course. So you have see, this is the crazy stuff out here, and then you're thinking to yourself, I'm not even gonna bother to check the other lounge rooms or the bedrooms. And I need to tell everyone, dude, you don't want to see the toilet. Because our portfolios are the toilet of that house. Where the altcoins are the toilet of the house. You're like, dude, if the lounge room looks like this, you know, and there's toilet paper streams just coming out of the door, like, dude, I don't want to see what the bathroom is. You know, like, you can like peek around and just see the bathroom down the hallway, and there's just like a sludge of poop on the floor. You're like, I don't want to know what's going on in our bathroom. Forget it. Just get the cleaners in. That's exactly what it is, friends. So don't even bother checking it until Ethereum's above $5,000. That's my attitude out here. But if you want to, friends, you can come and mint these things. Just to collect this stuff along the way. Maybe we get some friendship later. Now, baby dolls, I want to go through the macro mix stuff here for you. Just some cute, once again, you're like, hey, let me guess. Arrows drawn to the up direction. Yes, exactly. Arrows drawn to the up direction. So this is another one of the BCB things. Pretty much you have where we are now. See how we came and capitulated down? It's similar to this previous Bitcoin fractal. And normally what happens next is you grind up and then sideways here, all right? So because look what happened here. We grind up and there's this sideways here. Now, I want to tell you something, okay? You know this sideways. So if we grind up, friends, and so this is where we are right now. The chart on the right is actually us now, okay? In this going up and sideways part, in 2017, that was the first 50 days of the alt season. So Bitcoin hadn't made a new high. Bitcoin's just like sideways in there for like a month, pretty much like a few weeks, and altcoins started going, specifically Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, things started shooting up. And then when Bitcoin was ready, see this red line going up, when it was ready to break out of this, that was the next 50 days of alt season wave 1, which completes the alt season wave 1 cycle. That was the euphoria part. That was Bitcoin going up, sent everything up higher. So it would be like, just to give you an example what it would be like. This is the Ethereum price chart. Just to give you an example. It would be like, you know, Bitcoin's 80K now. So it would be like Ethereum goes up, and as Bitcoin's rising, and as long as Bitcoin's under 100K in that next zone, Ethereum shoots up, right? And then it's doing this. And then as Bitcoin breaks its range and breaks 100K, this like goes nuclear into that part. That's what would be. That would be similar to exactly what happened in 2017. Don't know if it's gonna happen. Just guessing. Don't know, friends. Like, it's been like no one wants to get their hopes up anymore. Like, what do you even do at this point, friends? Like, there's no one we can kill. You know, trust me. I've gone through this many times. If there was 1, 2, maybe 7 people we just literally just had to choke with our bare hands and kill just to get revenge, I would do it. I would have done it already. I'd be sitting there, probably, friends. I'd be like in the cell next to SBF, Soy Bankman Fried, me and Diddy. Obviously, Diddy would be my bitch, right, in jail. But yeah, you're not going to get that. You don't get this world where you just get to kill a few bad dudes. It's all over. It's the cycles are bigger than that. It's not just that one person. Because you think in your mind, because I know, you know, it's esoteric knowledge, fans. I'm here 18 hours a day. I know you would love, if you'd love to find out the boogeyman who stole your lollipop. You just take back the lollipop and you win. It's not like that, man. It's all the cyclical factors together. And you kill, it's a Hydra head, man. You chop off the Hydra head, trust me, it grows back. It goes back. There's like a different thing next time. Next time it's China. And then after that, oh, India banned crypto again. And then, oh, the oil's now high because of this and that. And just, and then after you've killed all the humans that you thought, then you get the natural disaster stuff. Who are you going to get angry then? You're like that's why I guarantee you one of the future bear market things out here, there will be something like a hurricane swoops very, very critical food crops. And so the price of food goes up too much. And the US Fed has to hike rates to slow everybody's spending. And then crypto just crashes from that. You know what I mean? And you're like, oh man, why did you have to see what I mean? It doesn't matter. It could be like a human, it could be an ant, it could be God. It is what it is. You have to sit through it if you're going to be in the game. But you don't have to. Like, you can always click sell and leave. You know, if no one's forcing anyone to be here. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. That's it. Playing the whole cycle. Now, I've shown you the Bitcoin price chart, but also, friends, there is a racist Russell 2000 chart as well. So, racist Russell 2000 on the left-hand side, we have just completed this move, and we are now in this buy zone here. So it's similar. This is the Bitcoin price chart. I don't know if you remember, this was the Bitcoin price chart in August, September, October 2021. So this was actually, if you want to know, this was September. I remember this. And then we shot up here. Around here was El Salvador making Bitcoin the national currency. Still remember it. And then in September 2021, do you remember Evergrande? Yeah, so China tried to scam the bull market again. It was Evergrande here. And then this was the final move up. This up here, this was November period. This is when right up here, friends, I think at the exact top, like this day, Tim Apple up there, Tim Apple went on TV and they wanted him to buy Bitcoin or anything. He just said, oh, I think they're good for portfolio diversification purposes. And that was pretty much the top. And then it was all over. And then we capitulated here. And then in December, so after this move had happened down, right here, Crypto Kobe writes an essay on Twitter. And he says, it's all over. Everyone's going to get liquidated. You're going to regret everything in the rest of your life. And he was right. 2021. I know these off the back of my head. So that similar price chart, and that's what he's expecting for the Russell 2000 to next go up. So the racist Russell 2000 has been racist. And it's not just the racist as the cause, but yeah, the cyclical force that's keeping the Russell 2000 down is the same thing that's keeping Ethereum down and all the rest of our altcoins down. So this is the exact same price chart, right? My one that I look at. So I guess we're just hoping it's done that move. Now we're hoping it does this zip up. And then but BCB expects once it's done, we come back all the way down, it's all over. But that's what he thinks. That's what a lot of people think, that the cycle's done very, very soon. Crypto, many people, even Ivan, everyone expects the cycle to be done Q2 this year. The whole cycle, it's all over. Everyone expects that. But then what you'll find, friends, is, look, I'll be honest, man. Like, I've seen this, okay? Everyone talks the game. Then when the price goes there, they keep holding. You want to know why? It's because they always overestimate how fast and big it's going to go in the short term. You mark my words, usually. Because what everyone's expecting, this is the thing, here's Bitcoin's price chart, right? See, friends, they're all expecting in this wave one, they think Bitcoin's going to be this 150 to 170 zone so they can get out. So they think this is going to happen, and then they get out and it's all over. Okay, you're expecting 150 to 170 in your TC tubes. Okay, what if in the next wave, it's only at 125? What if it only pokes 130? You think it's going to 150, but then by August, it's back down to like 115. What now? They'll never sell. They're not selling. No way. They're like, because they're like, oh, wait a minute, it's going to millions of dollars. I can't sell this thing at 100,000. You see? But if you don't get this short-term thing satisfied, that's what happens. Now, no one's giving any probability of that happening. I think there's a high chance of that happening because these people, everyone, all the mainstream KOLs, they just watch Bitcoin dominance go up and they're like, oh, Bitcoin's going to be strong forever. There's nothing to be worried about. They don't see it from how, they're not seeing how the winning investor friends, you're not seeing this stuff saying, oh, the market is right forever in this one way and everyone's right like in this way. No, I'm seeing this as Bitcoin has never been this expensive before. It is expensive. So if you're super, super expensive now, right, the most expensive you've ever been post-Bitcoin halving, the most, yeah, considering this time, why are you expecting a move that's akin to from a cheap to an expensive thrust up? Why are you expecting that? But people don't think like that because everyone's chasing momentum. That's why. Because if you keep chasing momentum, you never believe the momentum's going to change and end, do you? So that might be what be coming around the corner. But nothing matters anything until Ethereum has to crack above that $3,000 first. So we'll see. And is everything moving to plan? Yeah, it is offensive. Do you remember I was telling you? Do you remember when there was the Ukraine stuff coming out, or the crypto, the crypto talk? People saying, Trump is unhinged. Trump's a lunatic. He doesn't know what he's doing. Blah blah blah. They kept saying that stuff, and I played it for you right nicely. He's got to get the US dollar down. He's got to leave the tariffs up. Okay, so they're gonna have to. Companies have to be forced to come in and manufacture within Americana. The economy is going to slow a bit. Slow. Everyone's calling for a recession already. Come on, bro. They got a money printer bazooka. Are you serious? He's doing peace. You know, there's no World War III's happening at the same time. So when he does the Russia-Ukraine stuff, oil can stabilize, commodities stabilize. He gets the raw earth from Ukraine. He makes a deal. He's getting raw earth from Ukraine because you're increasing your supply rates, right? You're getting cheaper prices. They can pass them on to the consumers. So look what Donald Trump, he posted on. Based on the fact that Russia is absolutely pounding Ukraine on the battlefield right now, I am strongly considering large-scale banking sanctions and tariffs on Russia until a ceasefire and final settlement agreement on peace is reached. To Russia and Ukraine, get to the table right now before it's too late. Thank you. So you see that? Stabilizing everything, right? Coming for peace. And that would allow the Fed, I guess, to cut rates more. That's what it all comes down to. So I'm just going to quickly show you the US dollar. Still down. Remember, friends, this takes a while to come down. The US dollar, it's already stabbed down. So it might just do something like this and then stab a bit lower as we move on to April. Just do something like that, okay? It takes a while. These things just aren't poop coins, right? Okay, so like this is an enormous move. The fact that the US dollar has dropped like 3%. Yeah, that's like an enormous move in a few months. Okay, so that's what ultimately where we all stand on that. But really, I mean, you come back down, man, you know, weekly super trend, we're still green for Bitcoin. It is nice, though, to check out the cute little daily charts of Bitcoin to see where we go. Remember, we're hoping that BCB is right. And we move on to this zone again. Maybe Ethereum cracks above 3,000. And then when Bitcoin's finally ready to go in this zone, that might be... See this move? See, I'm looking at... Where's June now? This is where June is, friends. This is where June is. So maybe that's Bitcoin moving up. Whatever it does here, that might be the old season wave 1. Okay? Now, I know you're like, but whoa, that's too fast. No. I mean, check this out. It's 100 days. 100 days. That's literally from 100 days, bank. Wild things can happen. It doesn't exactly have to happen like that because everything's been delayed and pooped by now, but let's see how it goes. Like, subscribe, catch you soon.